We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 103. We're here to talk about the NFL playoffs, the NCAA title game that wasn't much, my poker week, sports, politics, whatever you want. I'm half dead. The Mouthpiece is next. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mouthpiece. I'm half asleep, trying to wake up. Somehow I slept like 11 hours. I was so tired last night. Went out to the hockey game, and then went and played a little bit of pool afterwards, and my back was hurting so fucking bad, shooting pain down my leg into my foot. I came home, I was in so much pain all night. So then I woke up, the weather sucks again, so I'm back in pain again. So, it just, when the weather sucks and the barometric pressure drops, I'm in pain. So that's what's up with me. We had a national title game on Monday night, if you want to call that. That looked like Alabama versus Austin Peay, or Alabama versus Garden State. Whatever that was, it goes to show how the SEC is just hundreds and hundreds of miles better than any other conference. I'm just trying to figure out how TCU possibly beat Michigan. And over here, Woody, stop chewing on the bag. She's chewing on the bag. Woody, come here. Come here. She wants to be a star. She's trying to be like, she's trying to be like Flash. Listen, Woody, you are not Flash. Say hello. Say hello. Yes, and then go. There you go. Anyways, yeah, the SEC is the Big 12 sucks. I'm just truly trying to figure out how bad a game Michigan had to play to lose to that team. I mean, Ohio State had that team beat. They just needed to make a field goal and not give up a 14-0 lead. And Ohio State's a national champion. You're talking about the team had this team beat that got the shit kicked out of them by Michigan that fucking lost to this team. I mean, it was like a high school team versus the Buffalo Bills. I mean, what an embarrassment for the college football. I mean, 65-7. Have you even heard of a score like that? The only time I ever hear of 65-7 is like I said, like an Alabama Garden State or something, like Montana State or something. I mean, I don't even know how to put it in perspective what we watched on Monday. I really don't. So, anyways, that was a waste of our time. I think when it was 10-7, I said to myself, wow, we might have a good game here. First one was 10-0. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster, right? And then they go right down the field and score, and I'm like, and then they were running the ball really good against Georgia. I'm like, look how they just went from like the 18, and then they just ran, right, gashed them through to make it 10-7. I'm thinking we're gonna have a hell of a game here. Maybe everybody's right. I was sure TCU could score on them. I mean, I don't even understand what I witnessed. That defense by TCU, which we knew wasn't that good, got shredded. I mean, even Alabama beat Kansas State 27-10. Kansas State led that game 10-0, got shut out the rest of the way. Kansas State beat TCU in the title game, and they had them on the ropes in the first game. So, but Kansas State was competitive. They got out in front 10-0. They didn't score again, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what we witnessed on Monday night. I really don't know. So we do some call-ins later. You can try and explain to me what we witnessed on Monday night and how a team that beat Michigan, who had the best defense in the country, a Michigan team that beat the shit out of Ohio State team who had Georgia beat, could have lost the game 65-7 for all the marbles. It's pretty unbelievable to me. Anyways, so poker, been an interesting week. I really haven't played much. I've been having problems getting in the game. Game's been going, and my sleep schedule, I got it back to normal, so I've been getting a little bit tired late at night, not jumping in the game. I think I'm up $1,000 for the week in the game, and then I'm up like 7,300 in the mixed game. So I'm like 8,300 winner for the week. I'm not going to get into the bullshit with documents and stuff. I told you guys 2 years ago. I told you guys a year ago. Once the midterms are over, they're going to take Biden out. That's what they're going to do. They have to take him out because they have to. They put the guy in who's brain dead. They planted him in there. They didn't put this out before the midterms because they had to make sure they won the midterms. And now they're taking him out because then they're going to put fucking cuntface in because that's what they're going to do, because that's what the Dems do. They're all about identity politics. They need to have the first woman black president. So he's going to resign, okay? And he's not going to run for re-election. And they probably told him that this is what they had to, he had to resign or whatever. And he probably said he wanted to run again and blah, blah, blah. And he probably didn't listen to him. So this is what they do to take you out. I mean, all of a sudden they're just going to find documents in the guy's garage. Like, let's go through Biden's garage and see if we can find documents. Okay? This was done on purpose. That was put there on purpose. This was a story that was leaked on purpose. I don't understand what part of a brain-dead person doesn't understand this. Now, I said this right away, and it's funny that I watched Tucker last night, and Tucker's like, of course they have no need for Biden anymore, so now they're going to take him out. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, I mean, that's exactly what I said as soon as I heard the story. So, I mean, it just doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. They have to take him out. They can't sit there and cover for him for another 6 years. The guy's got dementia. He can't keep two sentences together. He can't even read off a cue card. Even trying to explain himself yesterday, he couldn't even read off a pre-written cue card. So, listen, this was always expected. This is good because I have a lot of bets with Phil Hellmuth that they would take Biden out or Biden would resign right after the midterms. And he thought I was crazy, but of course I'm a genius because I know what's going on in American politics is all rigged. It's one big uniparty. They're all in it together, and they decide who runs the country. They decide what laws are passed, and that's why I was kind of against what was going on with McCarthy and the speakership and all that bullshit. I just know it's all bullshit. So, listen, as long as you understand what's going on in the world, that it's all bullshit and it's one big uniparty, and all they do is they throw out talking points to me and people on the left to get them to come out and vote, but they don't give two fucks about anybody. And this was always the plan, to take Biden out, and that's what they're going to do. And there's no way that he'll be running in 2024, which is good because then I'll pick up another 40,000 bets. And let's see what else. So, we'll take some call-ins later. What you guys think about that? I have my own thought process on that. I've told you guys for the last 2 years, as soon as the midterms were over, that. And the Republicans you understand, the Republicans got the House. They're not going to put Biden through all those hearings, all his corrupt hearings with the Hunter laptop that shows he sold access to China. Then if you're really reading about like the Penn Biden thing, where there was tens and tens of millions of donations, and before They did it. There was like $1,500 in donations. I mean, it's all corrupt. They're all corrupt. So he's not. This is a big scandal, and it was leaked on purpose. It was made on purpose to take Biden out. They don't need him anymore. They won the midterms, pretty much. They won. They won the presidency. Now they're going to take him out, which I told everybody they would do. He will not be running in 2024, and it's just how deep are they going to do before they take him out? Like, is he going to just resign here in the next 2 weeks? I mean, my bet says he is. And remember, if Kamala is installed, then she could run and literally run for 10 years. So, anyways, you gotta, yeah, of course, buddy. I see the big picture, bro. I know what's going on. I mean, I told you guys for 2 years. What do you think? I'm Nostradamus? Oh my God. How did Mike know all of a sudden, as soon as the midterms were over, there was going to be a big scandal on Biden and they were going to try and take him out? Oh my God. I'm Nostradamus. I'm a genius. I ain't a genius. I just follow this shit religiously. And I know how corrupt they all are. This ain't a scandal. This is a scandal that was put there on purpose. You guys think about it. Anybody with a brain. What? Oh, let's see. Let's go look through Joe Biden's garage in Delaware and see what's in the box behind his Corvette. Oh my God, it's confidential, classified material. Oh my God, let's take him out. Oh, give me a break, okay? Give me a break. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny that people actually believe this shit. This shit's all a fucking joke, okay? So now they got this. They were always going to try and take Trump out, and now they got Biden out. You got to understand what's going on, man. We're all getting played. Well, I'm not getting played. I'm not getting played because I'm fucking up to date, and I'm not fucking dumb like Brandon. I'm educated, okay? I'm not getting played. I knew this shit was going to happen. Okay, but there's a lot of people who are Democrats that are like, oh, Joe Biden's a great president. Oh, Joe Biden. No, this was always going to be done. Okay, Joe Biden is a brain dead fucking idiot. Okay, I shouldn't say that because he's an old guy. You know, it's not his fault that he's got dementia. I mean, he's fucking like 89 years old. You know, what do you want? But, I mean, this was always going to be the case. I swear to you guys, I'm not Nostradamus, okay? I cannot predict the future. I didn't just miraculously tell you that they were going to try and take Biden out in January of 2023, okay? I told you what was going to happen. It's just what it is. These people are sick, okay? These people are we have the most corrupt country in the world, you know? Yeah, that's it. They're going to arrest Trump for planting documents in Biden's garage. That's a good one, buddy. I mean, that's true. It's unbelievable, man. It's really unbelievable. Anyways, I know how corrupt they all are. So it is what it is. There's no... They miraculously... Why did they go to... Oh, my God. They assign a special counsel right away for a few documents sitting in his garage. Give me a break. They signed a special counsel to take him out under pressure. Come on, man. I mean, 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is not 3. Don't fucking be stupid. Be educated. Understand what's going on in our country. It's so funny. Anyways, I don't want to talk so much about politics. Let's talk about the NFL. What a fucking interesting week this is. So, I had a big week last week. I won my pick of the week easily. We finished 13-5. It's a good year for us in our pick of the week. I think opposite of what we did the year before. The Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, week 12 this year. I told my buddy John Garza, who listens to the show, if you're out there, John, how you doing, buddy? And he's a big Dallas fan. I said, we were texting, and I said, John, I think this is the year the Cowboys are going to win it, at least get to the NFC. And he's like, you think so? I'm like, yeah, they just got a monster defense. I'm like, and they'll get the offense together. The defenses will keep them in any game. Well, that was week 12. The Dallas defense the last 6 weeks was absolutely horrific. What I witnessed on Sunday against the Washington Redskins was, the Redskins were 0-3-1 coming into that game. And they won the game 26-6. It should have been like 45-6. It was an embarrassment of a showing. And then you can't say, well, they weren't there to try, because they played all the starters into the fourth quarter. Okay, so they were there to try. Now, they should have rested everybody, because they could never get the 1 seed or the 2. They should have rested everybody. They wouldn't have had that embarrassment of a loss. And I think they might have. I thought they were. I think they were going to beat Tampa Bay. Now, they got a pretty easy schedule here. You're talking about, if Dallas was to beat, Tampa Bay in a 4-5 matchup, you're talking about, if Dallas was to win. I think they would play the Giant Viking winner, or would they with 4, whatever the lowest seed left would play the Eagles. Maybe they would play the Eagles, but I don't think I think they could beat the Eagles. I don't think much of the Eagles, but they really have had a chance this year, and maybe they do. Dak Prescott. Me and my friend Ben were trying to figure out who's the worst quarterback in the league, and Dak Prescott. And we came up, there's only 3 people that played worse than Dak Prescott this year. The Wilson of the Jets, the Wilson of Denver, and Matt Ryan for Indy. Other than that, Dak Prescott's been the 4th worst quarterback in the league. I agree with you, Bounty Poker. I don't think the Cowboys are making it out of round 1. Not after what I witnessed. I was like, couldn't wait for this week for them to put up a 2.5 or a 3 on Dallas and just bet them against Tampa, because Tampa's so bad. But what I witnessed, I just don't know how Dallas. Look at Dallas's last 4 weeks. They should have lost to Houston. That cost me $133,000 Survivor. All Lovie Smith had to do is run 2 cube quarterback sneaks. Then they lose 17-point lead to the Jags. Then they were life and death to beat Tennessee, playing all third stringers. And then they got the shit kicked out of them by Washington. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas loses in round 1. Everybody's fired. If they can't win a playoff game, everybody's fired. That's just it. My pick for Wild Card Weekend is coming up here, buddy, and I'm pretty sold on it. Matter of fact, we could talk about it right now. We might as well. The coach of the Chargers might truly be the worst coach in the NFL. This motherfucker, this imbecile, plays his starters into the fourth quarter, and now he's without Mike Williams for the week. The guy, he must have Williams and Keenan Allen. If he doesn't, they can't run the ball. He destroyed in a game that meant nothing. Every starter should have been rested, like the Giant coach. The Giant coach is so good. He's such a good coach. Same with the coach of the Detroit Lions. Such a good coach. What's up, Simon? How you doing? And the thought that this idiot played all his starters in a meaningless game, and now he has no Mike Williams for this week. Well, there's my pick of the week, boys. Girls, I telling you, I love the Jags. The Jags went into LA. They beat this team 38-10. 38-10 on the road. This wasn't even a contest. The Jags weren't even very good early in the year. Okay? Now they get them at home in a rematch with no Mike Williams getting 3. Come on, man. Let's go. Pick of the week, Jacksonville Jags against a fucking coach I can't stand. One of the worst coaches in the league, you know? Will the Bills make the Super Bowl? I say no. Yeah, so that's not true, Brandon. Let's bring that up. We're going to get to that in a second. So I definitely like Jacksonville this week. It's my pick of the week, and I think that Cincinnati they won last week and they won by 11. The spread got to 11.5. They needed a fumble at the end even to cover there. They were playing all their backups. This line is 9.5. I think you'll get 10. I like the Baltimore plus 10. And my friend Ben, my best friend, he's like, oh, Cincinnati's going to kill them. But you guys, the Bengals lost one of their key offensive linemen in Week 18. He is out. They are now missing 2 of their 5 offensive linemen. You don't understand in the NFL, if you don't have your offensive line, you don't win. If you guys can remember Kansas City, I mean, look, you saw what they did to Mahomes in the Super Bowl, missing 3 offensive linemen, okay? Burrows can't run around like Mahomes can. Baltimore's got a very good defense. This looks to me like a 17-13 Cincinnati win. If they